clip you just heard isn't from a horror movie. That was real, and it came from one of the most disturbing exorcisms ever recorded. Anneliese Michel was a deeply religious girl who believed she was possessed by demons, and instead of getting help, she died at the hands of those who thought they were saving her. Welcome to Terrifying Tuesdays, the only day of the week where reality crawls out of the shadows and reminds you that fiction's got nothing on the truth. I'm Flick, your guide into the darkness, and today's story isn't just about a possession. It's about a young girl caught between faith, fear, and forces we cannot explain. This is the kind of case that rattled priests, doctors, an entire courtroom. A death shrouded in mystery, a cover-up dripping in denial, and a trial that put the very existence of evil on a stand. Was it mental illness, or something that stared back when she screamed? Get comfortable, but not too comfortable, because tonight we're diving head first in the exorcism of Anneliese Michel and the terrifying possibility that she wasn't crazy, but she was cursed.
Let's rewind the clock. Anneliese Michel was born in 1952 in West Germany. She was a normal kid by all accounts. Very nice, kind. She grew up in a deeply religious family. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Not until her teenage years. Around 16, she started having seizures. Medical tests suggested that she had temporal lobe epilepsy. This condition can cause hallucinations and intense religious feelings, but it did not stop there. She said she saw the devil's face everywhere, heard voices telling her she was damned. She started praying constantly. Doctors prescribed medication, but here's the thing, it didn't help. Instead of getting better, she got worse. And these doctors prescribed medication, but here's the thing, it didn't help. It only got worse. And that's where things started spiraling. Her family was terrified and desperate. They turned to what they knew best, the church. You know, just like a lot of us would turn to the church in this situation. They begged a priest for help. So in came Father Arnold and his friend Pastor Ernest Alt. They believed she was mentally ill, but she was also possessed. And they got official approval from the Catholic Church to perform 67 exorcisms over a 10-month period. 67. Let that sink in. 67 exorcisms over a 10-month period. Some lasting up to 4 hours. What happened during those sessions? Well, we actually have audio.
Ja, aber die wenigste beten. Ja. Und in der Kirche wird er mal erwähnt, weil ein Pfarrer ja das für unmodern hat. Ja. 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 Ja, gegen uns.
She claimed to be possessed by 6 demons. These 6 including Hitler, Nero, Judas, Cain, and even Lucifer himself. I mean, she didn't just hit the demon jackpot. She brought the whole historical murder lineup, and it was like a demonic Coachella up in that mug. Over the course of the exorcisms, Anneliese stopped eating. She believed she didn't deserve food, that she had to suffer to free others from damnation. Her knees shattered from constant prayer. She growled like an animal and her weight dropped to at least 68 pounds. In July 1976, she died. Her parents and priests never took her to the hospital. They claimed the demons told them not to. Well, guys, I guess this is a hint that if your daughter is clearly dying, so if your daughter is dying, just remember, if the voice in her head that sounds like Hitler is telling you not to help, just listen. Seems right. This wasn't just swept under the rug. Her parents and the two priests were charged with negligent homicide. In court, they argued she was truly possessed. They played audio recordings of the exorcisms trying to prove it was something supernatural, but doctors testified, and what they said was psychosis. It worsened by untreated epilepsy and malnutrition. The verdict that they were found guilty, but only sentenced to 6 months suspended, basically no jail time. Because if you starve someone to death during a religious ritual, Germany says, bad priests go sit in the corner. So what's the truth? Was she really possessed, or did her family and church let mental illness destroy her? So what's the truth? Was she really possessed, or did her family and church let mental illness destroy her? Maybe it was religious delusion. Maybe it was demons. But here's the horrifying part. Everyone around her believed it was supernatural, so no one got her help. That's the danger when faith replaces facts, and sometimes we call evil is just untreated illness in a society too scared to face it. Anneliese Michel died believing she was possessed. Her story became a horror movie, but the real horror was how she was abandoned by her family and church. The demons might not have killed her in the least, but blind belief did. And that's sad to say.
If this gave you chills, make sure to subscribe. And next week, we're heading to Japan's infamous suicide forest, where people vanish without a trace. And sometimes, something follows you back. Until next time.